You were watching the Lehigh Valley's company of choice, Twin County Cable 4.
Twin County Cable, a world of choice. Twin County Cable, a world of choice.
From Bethlehem School District Stadium in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Twin County Cable 4 Sports presents East Penn Conference Football. Tonight's matchup, two undefeated teams so far in the league. It features the Trojans of Parkland High School under head coach Rich Snizak. They come into the ballgame 4-0 overall. They are 3-0 in the league. Rich is in his second season as the head coach of the Trojans. They'll take on the Hurricane of Liberty High School. They're coached by Dick Ortwine in his sixth season as the head coach. They are 3-1 overall, but more importantly, they are 3-0 in the league. Hello, everybody. I'm Gary Laubach along with Dick Tracy. We've got a very, very fine football game coming your way tonight. Last night, Becca won. Last night, Central won. Those two teams are now 4-0 in the league, and Dick, one of these two teams certainly wants to keep pace with those two teams because they have them down the road, both of these teams looking to the heart of their schedule right now.
You're talking about two teams that in 8 games, 4 between them, have scored 242 points. That's a heck of a lot of offense. Trojans averaging 33.5, Liberty averaging 27. Trojans got up a little over 11 on defense, but Liberty giving up 26. And right there, you know, is where you're worried, because looking at preseason, saying just names, you say, wow, strength, size, mass, ability, but yet the defense has not come through.
Although talking to Dick Ortwine, I talked about that defense. Did he think they were porous? Was he having some problems defensively? He says a lot of the points that were given up after we had ball games won. He said we did run into a good Deriff team. They played very well offensively that night. They ran into a good Whitehall team, and we saw last night how skilled they are offensively.
Yeah, except that some of those points were given up in a 28-0 loss to Shamokin, you know.
Okay, that is the only loss that Liberty has suffered. As we said, neither of these teams have lost besides in the league. Dick, although perhaps the opponents have been somewhat questionable, it does look like Whitehall and Deriff are going to be middle-of-the-pack type teams. Neither one of these two teams have played a premier team yet.
Right. It's almost as if the prognosticators, you know, the preseason prognosticators, have really called it on the nose. You got those teams up there, hey, we're the 4. We're out 4 out of, you know, in the East Penn Conference that are undefeated, and there are 4 people who were named preseason. You have your middle-of-the-road ones and a few right beneath them, you know. So it's just about evened out the way it is, except a lot of the lower echelon teams are giving the big guys some problems.
Dick, this game tonight will feature 2 of the finest running backs in the Lehigh Valley. Ira Van Syak is up around 550 yards for only 4 games, and Nick Capsalis doing a little bit better than that. He's about 565 for 4 games. And oddly enough, we would think we're just going to run this ball up and down the field, but we also have 2 very fine quarterbacks.
Yeah, you have the kind of quarterbacks that you can rely on. You know, they say the typical passing situation is 3rd and long. Well, these are the kind of guy when the defense knows that it's passing situation that can get the job done. They're both heady kids, both real smart classroom kids, and I think that helps.
Yeah, Jack Schwader may have won the ball game last week. He was so smart that he downed the ball to stop a clock with 1 second on the clock at the end of the first half, and then threw a touchdown pass into the end zone, which put them ahead of Whitehall 14-7 at halftime. They ended up winning that ball game by 6. Ryan Brown has passed for well over 300 yards already this season. It looks like it's going to be a real offensive contest.
Yeah, again, going back to the quarterbacks, Gary, when you got kids that are heady and right directly under the coach's directions, you know, exactly doing what the coaches want to do. But these kids, when they're quarterback meeting, when they're over, they go to the library, you know, and do some research, too. Real sharp young men.
Dick, I've always been impressed with Rich Snizak's offense. He throws that ball underneath. They talk about a West Coast offense. You get rid of the ball quickly. You throw underneath. You get it out to your receivers fast. That's what Rich does, and I think he's very hard to defend against.
He's so good at that with Joseph. So good with Van Syak coming out of the backfield. But the real weapon, Gary, the one they want to go to, because everybody else is keeping the eye on Joseph and Van Syak, is Dotson. And Dotson is a big, big target. They hit him last week against Steeroff. 2 weeks ago they hit him against Stiro, and he will do the job, and he's so big. What a target.
It's the same offense Rich Snizak used at Allen. That was Hassan De Jesus' position, the one Dick talking about with Dotson, and he will come underneath, and he can be troublesome. I think Dick Ortwine's strength as a coach, Dick, is somewhat unpredictable. You just never are quite sure what he's going to do.
It's one of the things that Richie Snizak and I were talking about. He said, you know, we can't say we're going to do this against their game plan because they always seem to deviate, you know, from that game plan. You know, they'll pound it down, 7 straight big gainers on running plays. Nobody in the stadium expects to pass, and they'll score in a pass. There goes Spank for 6.
And both of these teams feature outstanding linebackers. Parkland has a huge offensive line. Liberty has a fine offensive line. This should be nothing but a flat-out good high school football game tonight. We're going to have kickoff coming your way right after this timeout.
Beautiful, powerful, luxurious. These words pretty much describe the sensational all-new 95 Subaru Legacy. But at Becker Subaru, the best word for the 95 Legacy is affordable. At only $13,495 for a 95 Legacy with dual airbags, Becker Subaru offers one of the best car values in America.
So don't buy Subaru until you see us. We'll beat any other Subaru dealer price by $250 only at Becker Subaru in Wescosville.
I remember my mom going to Walter's Pharmacy. Now I go. Walter's fills my prescription needs quickly, and I pay my Bell of PA and UGI bills. When I can't get away, Walter's comes to me with free delivery. Walter's Pharmacy, making life easier through genuine care since 1937. Walter's Pharmacy, 401 North 17th Street in the Allentown Medical Center.
Sunday Night NFL on TNT looks at the linebacker, plays defense, roguishly independent, loves to hit people, feeds off intimidation, brute force, relentless pursuits. So what do you think happens when he has to wait till Sunday night to play? Yeah, there's something about Sunday night football. Sunday Night NFL on TNT. Whoa!
Welcome back to Bethlehem School District Stadium. A beautiful, beautiful night for football. It's homecoming here for the Hurricane of Liberty High School. They did have the King and Queen honored before the ball game. Our two teams have worked their way out of the locker rooms, and I would think extremely quiet locker rooms. This is a big, big game for these two teams, and will definitely give them impetus into the rest of the season. Parkland plays Whitehall at home next week. Liberty plays Central away. We'll have that ball game for you from J. Bernie Crum. And then they play Becca, and then I think, Dick, they play Easton.
Central, Becca, Easton. Oh.
Sounds like Easton's schedule going the other way.
Yeah.
So Liberty has it all out in front of them, and so do the Trojans. And that's why I think we're going to have a good one for you tonight. Our referee is Jimmy Kimmel, and Jim Kimmel is taking and escorting the co-captains from Liberty out to the center of the field, where they will meet the co-captains from Parkland High School. In fact, you see Jeremy Stewart down there. We get a close-up look. Jeremy is the guy without the shoulder pads, injured in the first ball game. And that's a big loss to Parkland, but they have handled it very, very well. Let's go down to the field.
Take care of your own. Take care of your own. Right here in the visitor. Okay, we're going to call that NF ahead, okay? The other side will be his tail. Call it in the air. If I drop it, I'll retoss it. Call it head. It is an NF. You're going to toss. You want to receive, okay? Which goal would you like to go? Okay, you want to get there, Jimmy? You like over here? You want to use your shoulder. Okay? You want to toss. Receive. Shake hands with that.
Take a look at the officials for tonight's ball game. As we said, Jim Kimmel is the referee. George Popovich is the umpire. Mark Caesar, the back judge. Pete Koenig is the line judge, and Kevin Hoffman is the head linesman. And that Liberty defense, which some people think is somewhat suspect, will get their test right away as Parkland has chosen to receive this football. And Dick, I haven't seen a team defer all year. We keep mentioning it, and nobody does it. Everybody wants the ball.
High-powered offenses tonight, guys. They're anxious to get their hands on the ball. They want to see if that Liberty defense with its 26-point average is porous, and they're going to find out immediately.
It'll be Doug Joseph, number 21, 5'8", 160-pound junior speedster back there, along with number 30, Matt Thomas, only a sophomore, 5'6", 155-pounder. Kicking off for Liberty will be their addition. Number 24, Sean Forte, who came in for the injured Andy Rzuski. Andy with a bad ankle and was unable to kick for a couple of weeks. And in fact, going into the Allen game, they didn't have a kicker because Forte hadn't joined the team yet. But now Andy appears to be getting healthier and healthier, but it's tough to get the job back.
Looked good tonight.
Yeah.
Forte hopped over from the soccer team also, Gary, so he was a welcome addition.
So the kicking games for these two teams are very strong. Liberty needs a player. And in fact, they're looking to the sideline right now.
We'll change.
And Nick Capsalis, who is a speedster in his own right, not a bad guy to have in there on the kickoff, is in for the Hurricane. And it'll be the senior, Sean Forte, who will kick it off. And he's got a good, strong leg. So two teams both at 3-0. The winner will go right to the top of the pack with Becca and Central. And it's kickoff. It's a good high end over end. Headed to Matt Thomas, who takes it at the 10-yard line and comes up the middle. And we're going to get a flag. This is all coming back, so don't get too excited. It's a good run back to the 40. They'll get knocked down at the 36-yard line, but hold everything all the way back on the 20-yard line is a yellow flag. It is a clip against Parkland. They'll be penalized 10 yards, half the distance to the goal line. And Dick, let's take another look and see if we can find the penalty.
Well, that's not a second-hand handoff either, Gary. It comes right from the top. Referee Tony Bauer almost immediately gets the ball all around the 10. And right here within 10 yards, we got the clip.
You saw the clip. There it was. And it was definitely a clip. Last night we started the ball game with 3 penalties before the clock began. But tonight at least the clock did run. It will be Parkland with the football. Their backfield, we'll get a look at them right now, right away. After this play, Ryan Brown will be the quarterback. And Ira Van Syak and Josh Conti will be the people behind him. And it's Van Syak who has the football. And he gets hit hard, but bounces off a tackler to gain about a yard on the play. And let's take a look, Dick, at that offensive backfield and receivers for Parkland.
Okay, Van Syak, of course, is the big man in the running game. Condi is a replacement for Stewart. Ryan Brown, some good credentials. And Joseph and Dodson, real good. Mutt and Jeff combination at the White House.
Parkland has the ball on the 14-yard line, 2nd and 6. We played just about 1 minute of football. It's Brown rolling and looking and dropping underneath. He has Josh Conti. Conti falls over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He's going to have a first down. Tackled on the play by Nick D'Amico. And Parkland already, Dick, with that quick short passing game, will test these guys.
That's the group. You have Acabado in there, who is really active defensively, interception leader. Schwader doubles up. Also Spang doubles up in the secondary. Alex Lopez, Nick D'Amico, they're the inside linebackers.
From the 21, 1st and 10 for Parkland on the pass completion. From the eye, back to throw. A 2-step drop. Brown looking. His man is covered. Can he get away? He gets away from 1, gets away from 2. Does not get away from 3 others. Coming in to make the initial stick was Jason Dunbar, 65. 6'2", 242-pound senior. Dick, we've got a number of men down here on this field. Guys 250, 260, 290.
It's commonplace with those numbers, Gary. We got one 298. Good play by Brown. No receivers open. Gary's going to eat it. Evaded 2 tacklers, got back to the line of scrimmage. The last play when he rolled out, stepped inside, showed his smarts there.
Dotson out wide to the right side, not too wide, about 5 yards away from the tight end. And the ball is flipped out into the wing and caught nicely by Ira Van Syak. Van Syak gets the ball up over the 25, up to about the 27-yard line. He'll pick up about 6 yards on the play. And Parkland will be looking at a big 3rd and 4.
Liberty would like to be able to do with its up front 7 and give that secondary really time to concentrate on these short patterns. One-on-one coverage, a lot of that, if they can get the work out of the front people.
Dotson comes our way this time. Joseph is in the slot. The lone setback was Van Syak. Back to throw and getting rushed and going down. Good pressure by Liberty. First one in there, 31, Alex Lopez, along with D'Amico. And 32, Dom Haberstump. Dick, good pressure by the D.
Haberstump, they say, has come on so strong since the beginning of the year. Liberty showed excellent defense in that sequence, Gary. Almost as if they got a few minds to clear up about their defensive average.
Frassinelli is the Parkland punter. Deep to receive, Jose Acevedo, 22. Joe Spang, number 20. They're standing on the 40-yard line. High snap, and Frassinelli did a nice job of avoiding the rush, and oh my, what a punt by Frassinelli. Boy, we want to get another look at that. That was going to be blocked, Dick. Go ahead.
That's a pro job there, Gary. Saw the block coming, so he steps up and still gets off a towering spiral. It just, twin receivers back there just cleared him.
There is the backfield and the receivers for the Liberty Hurricane after a 56-yard punt.
Capsalis, of course, he's the class sprinter, many yards. Joe Spang catching every game. Brett Beeler, tight end, catching every game.
Capsalis comes in with 562 yards, averaging 140 yards per game. And he did not have a real strong game against Shamokin. So many of those yards in 3 ball games. Schwader wanted to throw a look in. Now he's in trouble, and the ball gets hit, banged up into the air. Dick, number 85, Sean Flusso is the man who knocked that ball down. Here's the defensive secondary.
And this is what Schwader's going to have to face. The excellent job. Snizak really lauds the job of his inside linebackers. That would be Pottebaum and Doble, 53 and 63. Van Syak doubling up at the secondary, along with Clint Dodson and Doug Joseph. Joseph reads the ball so well, Gary.
I think they gained a yard on the play. This drive started on the 21. They're up to the 22-yard line on an incomplete pass. Here's a nice hole opened up smartly for Nick Capsalis, and he runs through that hole. He is very quick, as Dick mentioned, and he gets the ball up to about the 31-yard line. He'll pick up just about 8 yards on the carry, and it's going to bring up third and a short 2.
And Sean Flusso that time cracking down from his defensive end spot. The front 4 that has been doing a great job for Parkland, 11 a game, are all juniors, Gary. All juniors up front.
So they have to get to the 32-yard line, so the initial spot on the drive was the 22. And I think they're going to get the first down as Capsalis again barrels forward. I think he's not a big kid, 6'1", 195, but boy, he runs with such energy. He's only a junior.
And he has that sprinter speed, Gary. Clear the line of scrimmage and becomes a foot race. Justin Lockhart type, not the bullish power, but really that good steps beyond the line of scrimmage.
So he's a couple carries already for 12 yards. First down of the ball game for the Hurricane. And the ball's about on the 34.5-yard line. We'll call it the 34, 1st and 10 Hurricane. Capsalis again. This time he runs into a wall as the hole closed up very nicely by some big Parkland linemen in there. The initial hit by 53, Mark Pottebaum, and 85, Sean Flusso. Gain of about a half a yard. We'll call it no gain and make it second and about 9.5.
With the season Central Catholic had last year, Garrett, we lose track of the fact that this is the defending District 11 4A champion, and we also have an Eastern Conference champion. So you have 2 champions out there tonight.
They took us all the way to a Downingtown ball game. Downingtown got themselves into the state final last year. This is Schwader rolling to his right, firing downfield. He's got a man open. That ball is caught by number 31. That's Alex Lopez. Lopez is knocked out of bounds by Parkland's Steve Ott, but not before he gets the ball up to the 46-yard line, a gain of 11 and a first down.
Was it Lopez, guy? I thought it was Drew Woodward, really. He too has been coming on strong. If it was, I'm not sure. 44.
First down number 2 for Liberty.
Under pressure that time. Flusso again pressure.
Oh my, oh, what a stick by Parkland, right up the gut. Coming in was number 63, Barry Doble, 212-pounder, 6'2", and he just nailed The Hurricane runner right at the line of scrimmage.
The praises that Coach Snizek is handing out defensively, you'll see in action here. Doble, 63, being one of them, 53, Mark Potham another, and then the two up front guys, John Search and Kevin Petrie. That foursome.
Be a loss of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11. The ball on the 45. D'Amico in there with Capsalis. It'll be Capsalis following the block of D'Amico. No, it's a great fake by Schwader. Is the pass caught? Yes, it is.
Wow.
Good fake, good catch downfield, and that's number 20 with a catch, Joe Spang. Spang looks like he's a little shaken up on the play, but he gets it down to the 43-yard line, and that's a gain of 12 yards and a first down.
On out patterns, Gary, we have seen two great passes, two sideline passes that are great. That one to Spang on the far side, and the other one to Woodward here on the near side.
From the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. This is a real nice drive for the Hurricane. Their 3rd first down of the drive. They're in the Parkland territory. Handoff again goes to Nick Capsalis. Capsalis, as he often does, will fall forward. That gets you a couple of yards just with the lean. He gets the ball inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll gain 4 yards and make it 2nd and 6.
And linebackers coming that time away from the ball handler. Thus, Capsalis was able to get positive yardage.
From the 39-yard line. Dick, this could be a very short ball game. They keep it on the ground or keep completing passes. We're already down close to the 4-minute mark of the first quarter.
Good Liberty drive.
They usually follow D'Amico. He has the kick-out block this time, but real good defensive pursuit that time for Parkland by Jason Kodzal. Kodzal is a big kid, too, at 5'11", 250 pounds. We've got holding against the Hurricane, and if anything stops the drive, that will do it.
Kodzal only a junior also. Forced the run to go inside. Good defensive end play by Parkland. Fluso's side. Forced the man inside, and there was Kodzal to clear it up, but they're going to take the penalty.
That'll take it back to the 49-yard line. The first penalty of the ball game against the Hurricane for 10 yards. And they're now looking at a 2nd and 16. Passing situation for Schwader. Schwader's a big kid, 6'2", 203, and a senior. Screen pass is smelled out.
Boy, was it ever.
Pretty good catch, too, because Parkland was right there. Number 63, Barry Doble, knew exactly what was going to happen. He just couldn't keep the ball as it was taken away from him by Capsalis. Here's another look.
I like the selection, Gary. Went to the side left, went to the side right. This time they try and run it just a little shade off the middle. Good job, Parkland staying home.
Gained a yard on the play. It's 3rd and 15. Drew Woodward is out wide to the right side, along with Spang. Back to throw Schwader. Looking, going down. Good hard hit again by Parkland. This time it's Barry Doble who's in there with the sack, and Liberty will have to punt the ball away as they are back into their own territory, back to the 47-yard line. That was a loss of 5.
But a lot of Liberty people standing up on that one, Gary. Not much blocking.
Liberty punter is James Brown. Hey, they're going to fake. I told you. You never know with Dick Ortwine. And they're going to get the first down. Big play by Dick Ortwine. He does it almost every game. Something you don't expect. And it's a complete pass to Joe Spang. Spang down to the 31-yard line, a gain of 22 yards and a first down.
Are you going to call it back, Gary? Got officials? Oh, yep.
Ineligible receiver. See if we can. Well, we won't see the ineligible receiver there. Well, the right call, right place. Somebody, however, blew an assignment.
The short wine doesn't like it.
He wouldn't do it 2 times in a row, would he?
The other side.
Let's take another look at it. And again, it's after the completion, so we don't know who that lineman was who was downfield. So 2 big penalties stopped the Liberty drive. The hold and now an ineligible receiver downfield.
Well, he pleaded his case. Didn't win that one.
5-yard penalty. Sets them back to the 42-yard line, where James Brown this time will punt. Doug Joseph 21, Ira Van Syak 33, deep to receive. Good punt, it's high, it'll be taken by Van Syak. Trying to find the right sideline. And we get another clip. Is there a penalty flag? There is. Another penalty against Parkland on the special teams.
Just inside the 30, so that's going to negate any kind of field position they may have gotten.
And this will be a full 15-yarder. It's right at the 30-yard line, so it'll be back to the 15-yard line, and Parkland will start again deep in their own territory, and you got to see it that time. We talked to Rich Snizak about his football team tonight. We told him to talk to us about your strengths. This is what he told us.
I believe thus far this year we've been very mixed on offense. We've had a good mix of run and pass, and defensively we played good team defense, and I think our lines on both sides of the ball have stepped up this year.
Fullback Josh Connie gets the football right up the gut. Maybe got a yard on the play before that Liberty middle stops him. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Richie's not very talkative today. I tell you, he was uptight all day, Gary. This morning he had very little. I think he read the same article in Sports Illustrated 9 different times.
He had a game face on tonight.
He did.
In fact, I was very lenient in giving a yard. It's really closer to 2nd and 10. As right now, Parkland's in negative yardage. Offensively rushing the football. Van Syak. No, it's not. That's Connie again. Van Syak with a kick-out block that time. And Connie does get the ball this time up to the 20-yard line, so he picks up 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Nick Connie picked it up so well last week. He and Joseph, when the offense was lagging just a little bit, Connie chipped in with 2 touchdowns as a replacement for Jeremy Stewart.
You would think this is a passing situation for Brown. He likes to throw the ball to Dotson underneath and to Joseph underneath.
That middle screen.
It is Joseph. That ball was tipped. Somebody coming in at the line might have been Jason Bond, Dick, that got up in the air and knocked that ball down. But the pass falls incomplete. Parkland very quickly, 1, 2, 3, and punt.
Jason Bond, starter since his freshman year.
Prasinelli's walking back. Got off a real good 56-yarder the last time, and it came close to being blocked. Boy, that guy came through. Oh, they're going to throw the flag, Dick.
Yep, they got
Parkland's going to get a first down here on a roughing. And I'll tell you, Frassinelli was hurt. Roughing the kicker call, and it'll be against Jason Bond. He came within a whisker of blocking it, and then he missed it and ran right into the kicker.
Jason Bond, now a junior, as we said, started as a freshman. And, yeah, he goes into him, Gary, no doubt. Switched him to defensive end from nose guard.
There's a fumble on that play, but Liberty recovered it. Otherwise, Parkland would have refused this penalty. So the 3rd penalty against the Hurricane. This one is just like a turnover. It gives the ball back to the Parkland Trojans and gives them their 2nd first down of the night.
See, the penalized 5, Gary. Got 10, a 15-yard penalty. Make the official, make him measure. see how accurate he is.
15-yard penalty. 3 for 30 yards. Van Syak around the right side.
Nice
good pursuit for the Hurricane. Making that hit, I believe, was Alex Lopez.
I believe you're right. Boy, those Liberty numbers are tough to read.
They are tough to read. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Van Syak again puts his head down. Maybe got over the 41-yard line, or got to the 41-yard line. That would be a pickup of another 3. We'll give him 2. We'll call it 3rd and 5.
Parker reports looking.
think for the used car buyer, the big concern is this a good car?
I like it. It's a jumpy little car.
You can find sporty cars, you can find economy cars.
From what I've experienced in the past, they only put cars on the lot that are solid cars. You're not buying someone else's problems.
Most of our cars are local one-owner trades.
I think this looks like a new car.
We do take it seriously. We want to give the consumer the best possible car for their dollar.
Come shop at the Westgate Mall, conveniently located on Shainersville Road in Bethlehem, just south of Route 22. The Westgate Mall has it all. Shopping has never been easier or more convenient. The Westgate Mall features 50 fine merchants at which to shop. Hungry after a long day of shopping? Satisfy your appetite at one of our many eating establishments. There's plenty of free parking and one-stop shopping ease. For all your shopping needs, remember, the Westgate Mall has it all.
You have talked to us, and we at Twin County have listened. Twin County Cable is instituting innovations to serve you better. Our first enhancement will occur in September. A close look at your new bill will reveal that Twin County will be providing a user-friendly, informative document. Easier to open, easier to read and understand, and easier to return. And more changes to benefit our customers are coming soon. Watch Twin County Cable Channel 4 for more information. At Twin County, we listen to you.
You were watching the Lehigh Valley's company of choice, Twin County Cable 4.
We are back. In fact, we went away very quickly, Dick. You're talking, I'm talking, and all our folks at home are hearing his music. Boy, Scott Spielman calls a break. He takes a break. This week, Rarick Dodge in Bath is selling new Neons for $100 under invoice and new Intrepids for $400 under invoice. Rarick Dodge is just 5 minutes north of Route 22 on Route 512 in Bath. For a clean deal, come to Bath. Come to Rarick Dodge. We played 12 minutes of football. No score. It's Parkland with the football, only their second possession of the night. These two teams are practicing some ball control. And right now, it's Parkland football on their own 40-yard line, and they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Well, we expected the evenness, Gary, but I don't think many people expected it to be 0-0.
Yeah, we thought this might be a track meet. So far, the defenses have played with quite a bit of pride. Joseph back to throw, about a 5-step drop, steps up inside, and he's not going anywhere because Jason Bond put the hit on him, and then did he lose the football? Bond got him low, and somebody got him high. They're going to give it to Liberty. And who is the big guy? It's number 70, Nate Hernandez.
Gary, you almost saw this coming. He's forced to scramble, steps inside. Bond's initial rush from his end spot. There, now he's going to step inside, and he actually wiggles the ball out in front and gets it to. I'll tell you, Hernandez went right for the ball.
From the Parkland 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hurricane, our first official turnover of the night. And off goes to Capsalis. He's got the corner. Cuts up inside. Capsalis will get tackled hard, high and low. We know that the high guy was Kevin Petrie. As a nice pickup, they get the ball down to the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. We asked Dick Gortwine to talk about the strengths of his football team, too. This is what he told us.
I feel the strength of our ball club is being able to control the football. We've had a very good running game to this point, and if we can maintain that, then we'll be in good shape.
And they have had a very good running game to this point. Capsalis, 4 carries, 23 yards. Back to throw is Schwader. Schwader has a man who fell down. As he was ready to make the cut, Joe Spang slipped and fell. Schwader threw to where he was, not to where he was falling. Incomplete.
Had a choice there. Also at his tight end, Brett Beeler streaking sideline. That last run by Capsalis was really good, Gary. Hit the line of scrimmage and just slipped off behind his offensive lineman and found some daylight.
I like the call, too. 2nd and short, 2nd and 3. Good time to throw the pass.
Oh, excellent.
Parkland trying to load it up against the run. And now Liberty has a decision to make here. Let's go to Capsalis, they say. And he cuts up inside Van Syak with the tackle. But again, we have a penalty flag. And, Dick, that's in the area of holding again.
It's either going to be the hold or the face mask, Gary, because it was right smack where the guy was being tackled.
Personal foul. It's face mask.
Whoa.
Good call, Dick. It was a 3-yard gain on the run. That was enough for the first down. First down number 4 for Liberty. This is going to be the third penalty against Parkland. And oh, does this make coaches angry.
Face mask penalty against Parkland.
The face mask penalty takes the ball down, as you'll get a look at the face mask. There it was. Van Syak just trying to grab onto something. And it was a 15-yard penalty. Parkland already penalized 40 yards. The ball just inside the 15. That big black pole was in our way as Capsalis gets it and goes nowhere. That time Parkland really plugging up the holes. We see 63, and that's Barry Doble and Sean Fluso. He's been in almost every tackle.
Fluso's played some great D so far along the line of scrimmage, containing, getting in the way, deflecting a pass.
Loss of 1 yard on the play.
Loss of a yard on the play, so it's 2nd and 11.
Coach Zizak loves to bring linebackers and quarterbacks, Gary, in this situation.
Right up the gut, as they do pick up about 4, as Capsalis again carries the football. It gets down to the 11, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
And this is really the first critical call of the game, 3rd and long. I don't know, go to a guy like Spang, I guess, because he has really been steady. He's got the one-on-one coverage.
Schwader is a good heady quarterback. He doesn't very often make mistakes. Fade pattern just off the fingertips of Joe Spang. He tried the one-handed coverage by Doug Joseph, and he knows how close he was to a touchdown.
Welcome back, Mr. Rzuski.
No Forte?
No.
No, it's going to be Andy Rzuski, the junior kicker from the soccer team, who will come in. They'll put the ball down on the 18-yard line. This will be a 28-yard field goal attempt. The holder is Jack Schwader. So Liberty will try to get on the board first. It's up. It's long enough. It's good. So the return of Andy Rzuski pays dividends. Liberty at the 9:16 mark is up by a 3-0 score.
Hi, I'm George Attia, president of the WOW Outlet store. Here at the WOW Outlet, we carry top quality brand name sportswear at 30 to 70% below retail every day. This season, you'll find big league names such as Russell Athletic, Chalkline, Adidas, Reebok, and much, much more. At WOW, we have something for everyone, with infant sizes to adult 6 extra large.
For the best savings in the Lehigh Valley, stop by the WOW Outlet.
Visit WOW's new City Line Market in Coonsville.
On the gridiron, the diamond for working out or lounging around. Suit up with the best. Russell Athletics, available at the expanded Bethlehem Sporting Goods. Bethlehem Sporting Goods, a Russell Athletics team specialist, carries a large selection of T-shirts, shorts, sweats, and more. Plus, Bethlehem Sporting Goods offers custom lettering, screening, and embroidery of Team Russell Athletic wear. And new this year, a dedicated team room, where your team can choose from a huge selection of over 100 uniforms and samples. Bethlehem Sporting Goods, the team sport and trophy specialist.
Dinner was great.
See a movie?
Yeah, can't wait. We could rent a tape.
Okay.
Hurry, hurry, don't delay. Rent a movie. Step this way. This is not our lucky day.
Hey, I've got it. Pay-per-view.
On cable, yeah. I'll pay the sitter.
I'll order the flick. Gee, this is easy.
Wow, that was quick. Why didn't we
think of this before?
Next time we will.
Before we're out the door.
Next time you do it, pay-per-view it.
The Liberty drive, 39 yards in 7 plays. Andy Rzuski with a 28-yard field goal, 9:16 on the clock. Second period, Liberty leads it by a 3-0 score. Kicking off is Sean Forte, deep to receive, Joseph and Thomas. It's headed towards Thomas, but it will be picked up by Thomas. He lost the ball. Liberty has it. Another turnover. Parkland just couldn't pick it up.
You saw that one coming too, didn't you?
44, Drew Woodward with a fumble recovery.
Kicked here, not picked up there. Exchange of people and just never got control.
So a Nate Hernandez fumble recovery led to 3 points. Let's see what a Drew Woodward fumble recovery leads to. 1st and 10 Hurricane on the Parkland 19-yard line. And Dick, we talked to Rich Nizak about the fact that this club has not been in many big games.
Big game, right.
And perhaps they're feeling the pressure just a little bit. Capsalis, the ball carrier, tackled on the play by Fluso.
I'll tell you, I like that last Ortwine-led sequence of plays, Gary. They got the face mask, they got the first down, ran it up the gut, short yardage, keep it in front of the goalpost. 2nd down, ran it up the gut, same situation. 3rd, throw the fade, go to the end zone. If it's not there, throw it away. Boom, you can right back to line of scrimmage, field goal. He did it on the first play here also.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. 8:20 to go, 2nd period. Capsalis again. That hole filled pretty nicely by 33, Ira Van Syak. Although Capsalis does get inside the 15, does get to the 14, a gain of a couple. In fact, we'll give him 3, call it 3rd and 4.
If it is the same sequence, he'll go for the end zone on this one. Not there, throw it away, bring in Rzuski again.
Play comes in off the bench in the person of Drew Woodward. The clock has not stopped very often tonight. It's going down. Schwader back, looking, another out pattern. This time is caught, perfectly thrown. Joseph with the tackle, Spang with the catch. That's good enough for a Liberty 1st down to the 6-yard line, a gain of 8.
Gary, that's a college pass interception there. I mean, you talk all timing. That's just beautiful. Very same sequence. Go to Spang again, throw it outside. Nothing the defender can do as far, you know, as making the interception. Very safe pass.
1st down number 5 for Liberty. 1st and goal from the 5. Handoff, Capsalis spins away from the first tackler and then is dropped by Van Syak. Gain of 2.
Capsalis to the 4.
Hey, we got 2 more unbeaten next Friday night, huh?
Northern Lehigh at Bangor.
And then 2 unbeaten Saturday? Well, maybe.
Liberty Central.
Maybe. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah,
Liberty
Central.
Central.
In the league, perhaps.
It sure promises to be a pretty good weekend of football. From the 3. Boy, it's tough running. You pay the price when you have the pig skin. And it's Capsalis, the ball carrier. And I see Fluso again in there. And maybe got a yard. It's going to be 3rd and goal to go from the 3.
Now, here's where you figure Ortwine to keep pounding, Gary. Because he had the short yardage situation, start with 4 downs to do it. But watch Beeler.
They had the ball inside the 10 4 times against Shamokin and couldn't score. Schwader, he's going to roll. Throw back the other way. Wide open. Nick D'Amico, great call. Great call. Everybody went right. D'Amico goes left. Touchdown.
Watch it now. Everything to the right. Parking a little bit of a rush on. He is wide open. It's almost sort of like one of those lineman eligible plays. He was so open.
Parkland never even saw him. Did not have a man out there. Rzuski will come in to kick the extra point. Try to put Liberty up 10-0. It's up. It's good. 5:49 on the clock. It's all Hurricane. They lead it by a 10-0 score. Come on back.
Make Whitehall Auto Parts the most important stop for your car. We're a major supplier of foreign and domestic auto and light truck parts and have one of the largest inventories in the Lehigh Valley. We also provide machine shop services, which are equipped for complete engine rebuilding. Whitehall Auto Parts stands behind their products.
Make your first stop at Whitehall Auto Parts.
Open weekdays 8 to 8, Saturday 8 to 4, and Sunday 9 to 4, or phone 437-4604. For a friendly atmosphere and great food, come into Willie Joe's. Choose from a menu that includes steak sandwiches, burgers, and of course, that famous Willie Joe's hot dog, an Allentown tradition for over 45 years. Daily specials include steamed clams at just $2.95 per dozen. You just can't miss when you stop in at Willie Joe's. So say hi to Rich or Matt when you stop in at either Willie Joe's Allentown locations, 446 North 15th Street or 2407 Lehigh Street.
Do you get the new TV Host monthly?
I do now. It's the only TV magazine that uncomplicates cable viewing.
Are you kidding? We don't watch cable TV without our TV Host.
I can finally figure out what's on cable.
It's my TV companion. A whole month of cable information right here.
And it's so inexpensive.
It's just pennies a day.
I love it. Well, how can I get it? You call this number right now.
No other TV magazine compares to TV Host. It's the best.
We welcome Hairlines 2 as one of our fine sponsors tonight. They want you to make your next stop at their full-service family salon. It's located on Route 191 North behind Susan's Catering at the former Hecktown Dairy Center building. Hairlines 2 provides a complete line of professional products, has an on-site, newly constructed facial room that features a variety of spa services. Treat yourself, a loved one, or a friend to a special day at Hairlines 2. 759-5354 for an appointment. Hairlines 2, your #1 full-service family salon. Parkland needs something good to happen to their football team. Matt Thomas is drilled at the 21 or 20-yard line. Making the tackle is number 81, and that's Chris Costinko.
Boy, they're having good special teams play. 2 turnovers and a quick tackle on the kickoff return.
Boy, Parkland has to make something good happen, Dick. They have been in a real funk so far.
With this field position, Liberty can sort of tee off on defense. You know, if they smell run, they just key on those ball carriers.
Van Syak has not been able to get too much running room. He picks up 4 yards there. Parkland right now with only 10 yards rushing, 13 yards passing. Van Syak, 2 carries, Dick, for 8 yards. And again, that Liberty defense just swarms. Van Syak gets the ball up to the 26-yard line, a gain of only the 25, so we'll give a gain of 1.
This sort of happened in the Duros game, Gary. They got on Van Syak, got real close to him as we get an eye at the Parkland staff, and they just put the onus on him and stop him cold. And along come Condi and Joseph with 2 touchdowns apiece versus the Huskies.
Passing situation for Brown. Dotson out to the right side, Joseph out to the left side. Brown back. This time he gets some protection, but he's gone down. Liberty with Jason Bond barreling down. Bond is so quick there.
He's cat quick. 235, a junior. And I'll tell you, not an ounce of fat. He comes strong from his defensive end. They put him in defensive end rather than nose guard guy for just something like that. Figures he gets that head of steam, you know, coming on an angle. Watch out, quarterbacks.
Brassinelli will punt it away again. And Dick, I don't think this is going to be a very pleasant Parkland locker room at halftime.
Oh, Katie, bar the door.
This time they do not try to block the punt. As the ball is headed towards Acevedo, he lets it go. It will roll dead at the 40-yard line. Another good, strong punt, 42 yards.
Smart move, Acevedo's part there, Gary. Don't try to handle it. You got 3.5 minutes. You know, you want to generate something 60 yards, good field position.
Liberty has 3:35 to work with. Last week they scored 14 points in the final 2 minutes. 1 touchdown against Whitehall with 1 second on the clock when they snapped the ball. Handoff is to the up back, and that should be D'Amico. It is not, however. It's Haberstump, I believe. 32, the ball carrier. Haberstump gets maybe a half a yard.
Well, if Liberty follows the script of the last 2 scoring possessions, it'll be ground game, then pass.
So Haberstump in there at fullback, 6 foot, 194-pound junior, along with Capsalis. Second and about 9.5. Capsalis runs right into a Parkland tackler. He does get a couple of yards on the fall forward. Tackle made by Barry Doble. He didn't get a couple yards. He got another half a yard, so it's still going to be 3rd and 9.
Parkland went to a 6-man front that time and decided they're going to bring the outside linebackers. If they stay in that D, Gary, they're going to get no, they're not going to get one-on-one coverage.
Steelers out wide to the left side. Woodward and Spang on the right side. And trying to get out of some trouble is Schwader. He's got the first down. Good, strong run by the quarterback. Tackle made by Jason Rabinold. But Schwader gets the ball in the Parkland territory. He got 10 yards on the carry.
I don't know how he knew it. He was running away to the yardsticks, but he knew it exactly. Last second lunge, got the first down.
Needed 9, he got 10.
Boy, are they coming through on 3rd down situations.
Inside of 2 minutes. Justin Madera heads out wide to the top of the screen, along with Spang. Capsalis. Boy, that looked like he was going to have a real good hole. It kind of closed, but he bounced off that tackler and then gets the ball downfield before being hit by Steve Ott. Down to the 44, 43.5 yard line. Gain of 5. Make it 6.
Everybody looking up at that board now, Gary. They're thinking, oh, what one more score would do.
Back to throw Schwader. Looking, he's going to throw the bomb. He puts this one up in the air. He's got a man open. Is it a good catch?
Out of bounds.
No, out of bounds, says the official. Drew Woodward, the intended receiver. Woodward says I was in. We're going to take another look at it because that pole got in our way a little bit with our camera angle, so we'll look at it isolated. Dick, watch his feet.
Waiting and waiting for this ball to come down, Gary.
Ooh, that looked like a pretty good catch. That looked like a good catch from here. From up here, that looked good. On our replay, his feet were in bounds. 3rd and a long 3.5. Oh, Schwader was going to pay the price. He tried to throw it over the middle to Acevedo, and it was incomplete. Parkland had a chance to really nail Schwader and didn't really do it.
Punting team on. The Trojans are going to get it back with 1 minute left.
Not quite sure why Liberty hurried so much. The clock did stop. James Brown, the punter. It's low. It's end over end. It's headed towards Joseph, and he decides to let it go, and it'll be whistled dead at about the 7-yard line. 35-yard punt. All right, let's look at that catch one more time. Watch the feet. You have to have 2 feet in bounds. Well, that doesn't help us. Spang certainly had both feet in bounds. 1st and 10 for Parkland on the 7, and Dick, if Richie learned a lesson from Whitehall last week, he may just let this clock run out.
Yeah, he has a decision to make here, Gary. Go back at halftime and regroup, or think of going the distance.
I don't think you take any chances here.
Guess
so
not.
He gives it to Van Syak. Van Syak will get up to the 9. He'll pick up a couple.
Van Syak on the carry.
They have held him in check. 4 carries for 11 yards.
Don't let this one run out, guys.
And Rich will be preparing his second half speech, as Parkland has been outplayed by the Liberty Hurricane for the first 24 minutes of football here tonight. And Liberty is on top on the scoreboard. They lead it by a 10-0 score. We'll put the numbers together. We'll be right back with second half action.
Bert, what are you doing here at ABE Car Care Center?
Well, I'm having my brakes and muffler checked out.
I mean, what are you doing all dressed up as if you're going to a funeral or a wedding?
Well, you know how my wife likes music. We're going to a Pennsylvania Dutch opera.
A Pennsylvania Dutch opera? Why, I never heard of one.
Why, sure, Madam Shoefly.
You mean Madam Butterfly?
You mean that's not Pennsylvania Dutch?
No, it's not, you dumb bunny.
That's ABE Car Care Centers.
So you want a loan from a big bank, huh? Well, we'll let you know in a few weeks after the loan committee meets up at headquarters. Hey, Sunshine, it looks like you should be doing business with First Star Savings Bank.
Offensive show, and Dick, it's 2 defensive turnovers that have put the points on the board. Let's look at the numbers.
These numbers mean an awful lot, Gary. Cast your eyes down the bottom first. Well, not all the way to the bottom. The turnover situation, of course, is the scores. But don't take anything away from Liberty, because look at the rushing, look at the passing. They're up over their opponent in that last line of all. You know, they're sure they forced the turnover and got, well, I know they got 11 plays in on the last 3 possessions right there, but almost to the point of dominating. You know what I mean? At least the numbers part of it.
Well, the 2 fumbles lost cost all the points, the 10 points. But, Dick, if there's one number that absolutely astonishes me, it's these 2 teams have 102 total yards of offense.
Yeah.
I mean, Liberty's not so bad because they have 83 of them. But to tack on another 19 for Parkland, this amazes me.
Well,
totally.
You look at those Liberty numbers, you say, wow, not even on 83 yards, that's terrible. But then look at Parkland with 19.
Well, we know we have something we can always count on, and that's Rarick Dodge, because this week Rarick Dodge in Bath is selling new Neons for $100 under invoice, and new Intrepids for $400 under invoice. And Dick has a beautiful new Intrepid himself. Rarick Dodge is just 5 minutes north of Route 22 and Route 512 in Bath. For a clean deal, come to Bath, come to Rarick Dodge. And I know Richard got a clean deal because he drives that beautiful Dodge Intrepid. Our director, Scott Spielman, has a Dodge from Rarick Dodge. And our crew tonight, on our right side, Dick, we're represented by a Liberty graduate. On our left side, we're represented by a Parkland graduate.
They refuse to get together.
So they're on 2 different sides of our building tonight so that they're not scrapping with each other. Right now, Tom Braun is a little happier than John Gaughan is. Liberty's going to get the football first, as kicking off will be Frassinelli. He does all the kicking for Parkland. Deep to receive. In the middle will be James Brown. Joe Spang and Jose Acevedo are also back there.
Kicking game has been good both ways, Gary.
Yes.
Both sides have done well kicking the ball.
It's high. It's end over end. It's coming down. A little bit of a battle for the football, and Spang, I believe, has it. Or is that Acevedo? It is Acevedo, 22. And that's exactly, well, they're going to get the ball placed down at about the 17-yard line. Liberty will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Frassinelli went really high on that, got excellent coverage.
They'll call it the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hurricane. At quarterback is Jack Schwader. D'Amico and Capsalis are in the backfield. Capsalis on the night, 12 carries for 40 yards, leading ball carrier. He's got it again. It's out over the 20, out to the 21-yard line. And I would think it was a little noisy in the Parkland lineup. Tackle made on the play by Jason Kutzel. Next week, 2 undefeated teams in the Colonial League. Northern Lehigh against Bangor. And Saturday night, maybe 2 undefeated teams in the league, as if Liberty maintains this lead, they'll go up against Central Catholic at J. Bernie Crum on Saturday night. We'll have that one for you. A gain of 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Oh, talk about running into a wall and bouncing off. Look at this run by Capsalis. Wow. What a good run by Nick Capsalis. It's not always the 50-yard run that's the most impressive. sometimes it's a run of 13 yards that's even more impressive. I think this is a practice drill at work here.
Yeah, well, we're in the sequence now. Run 1 and run 2. This time he just bounces right off his own man. Recovers, finds the corner. Shows his sprinter speed there.
You run that drill in practice. You bang into people and spin off. That's exactly what Capsalis did. Nobody wrapped him up. That's what will make Rich Snizak angry. Here comes Schwader. There's the pitch. Capsalis gets away from one. Good pursuit that time, however, as Barry Doble, and he's been all over the field defensively, comes in to make the stick as Capsalis gets up to the 35-yard line. He gains a yard.
Boy, they played the option extremely well that time. Schwader waited until the very last second to get it off, and then they had both Schwader and Capsalis covered.
Van Syak came in averaging well over 130 yards per game. Tonight so far, he has 11 yards on 4 carries. Capsalis came in averaging 140 yards a game. He now has 57 yards. Little end around to Spang. Hello. Stick by Steve Ott. Spang is drilled back at the 27-yard line, a loss of 8.
Well, 2nd and long. So go to something different, you know. Now it's 3rd and longer.
Loss of 7. They mark it on the 28.
Ran it a little deep, Gary. I guess they were forced to by the defensive rush.
Junior Steve Ott was not fooled, to say the least. Play comes from Woodward. Is it a passing situation for Schwader? 3rd and 17. Liberty certainly doesn't want to risk turning this ball over. They've got a 10-0 lead. Schwader back, looking, gets away from one tackler, got hit on the head. He will not get the first down, however, as coming up to make the tackle was Barry Doble, along with 56, John Search.
Good job just beating a rush, Gary.
Gain of 4. Liberty will punt it away. 2nd punt of the night for the Hurricane. James Brown is their punter. Joseph and Van Syak are back. Van Syak on the run. He's got running room. Stays on his feet. He'll get knocked out of bounds at the Liberty 40-yard line. Great field position. The punt was 28 yards. He took it right on the run and returned it 20 yards.
Always dangerous to take a punt on a run like that, but boy, if you can tuck it away, you get that head start, and it always leads to a good punt return. Trojans finally got some very good field position.
This will tell us a little bit, too, about the halftime talk. See how the Trojans move the football. They have had virtually no offense in this football game. Van Syak again runs right into a wall of Liberty Hurricanes, and that is a wall. Nate Hernandez at 281 pounds.
It's a wall by itself.
Gain of a couple.
Gary, if there's one surprise, and maybe it's because they only ran 17 offensive plays, but you would think Brown would have more than 3 attempts. I'm looking for him to go to Joseph and Dodson a lot more here in the second half.
You know, they just didn't have the ball very much in that first half.
17 offensive plays.
They didn't make anything happen. They only had 2 first downs. Good fake. Brown over the middle's got a man open. Puts the ball in the hands of Faluso, I believe. Down to the 24-yard line. First down for the Trojans.
Good call. They didn't go to the wide guys.
Pick up a 15 yards.
That's a nice target. Somewhere between 6'5" and 6'6".
Quick first down to the 24-yard line. So the Trojans are on the move. Van Syak down to the 20, a gain of 4. You know, Dick, Rich Snizak was lamenting the fact last week that his ball club has not had a good first half of football yet this year. They just don't start well, and they didn't tonight either. Now we'll see whether or not that hurts them. But right now, they're on the move. They're down to the 20 on a 2nd and 6.
You complete a few more to the tight end over the middle, you'll loosen that D up for running.
That lead blocker is Josh Connie for Van Syak. Is he going to get it? No, a little end around here. Who else? Jason Bond. I don't think there's a quicker defensive end in the league. Joseph is put down in his own backfield.
For 235 pounds, he carries it well. No, it's noticeable when he wrestles. Yeah. His quickness. That's the first thing you notice, and he's a strong kid, but yet it's his quickness you notice.
First player tonight to say hello to me. Jason, we have talked to ever since he was a freshman. And he said, "You don't recognize me, do you?" And I said, "Jason, you give me a chance to even look at you." Back to throw Brown. Looking, time over the middle. It's intercepted. Through the hands of Clint Dotson. Intercepted by Liberty's Joe Spang.
Well, Liberty shows the three front. They go to that nickel defense. And I think this extra back pays off. Spang able to play zone, just roam the safety out there. Center fielder picks it off deep.
Third turnover against Parkland as the ball is back on the 6-yard line. Liberty 1st and 10.
And you know, that one may have hurt as much as the scores, Gary, because it really put the end to a good march.
Liberty again keeps it on the ground. Capsalis, the ball carrier. Looks like he got about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9.
I tell you, Ortwine is lulling you to sleep here, Gary. He's going to spring something. It's Capsalis, 3rd down will throw wide. He's going to do something different.
Quickly trying to look over my numbers here. The longest run from scrimmage tonight, 13 yards by Capsalis. A 10-yard run by Schwader. That's it. Everything else has been down around 2, 3, 4 yards. Schwader over the middle. Good catch, I think. Boy, that was a well-thrown ball to Spang, and Spang just showed great concentration. Followed the ball all the way into his hands and hung on to it as he was falling down up to the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 12 yards.
Well, Spang and Manger formed Brian Manger formed quite a combination last year, Gary. Manger, of course, graduated, and Spang picks it up. We already said he and Beeler record of at least 1 catch in every game.
From the 18, 1st down, number 8 for Liberty. Again, Schwader back to throw. Little hook pattern, and this one well played by Van Syak. As that ball was intended for Drew Woodward, then that ball would have been right between the 4 and the 4s. Van Syak slapped it away. Watch the play again.
From ground level. Go to the underman once again.
Boy, that was almost intercepted on a tip.
You know, they went wide twice now. They have a double set slot inside the wide. And I have the feeling they're going to go deep, Gary.
Clock stopped at 5:09. Madera comes out wide to the right side. They split the backfield.
That's for pass protection.
And they get it. Here comes the rush. Schwader's going to go down. He avoided the first tackler, and he stepped right up into a second. And that was John Search, 56. Another look.
Parkland gambling just a little bit here now. Bringing a stunt man. And got good secondary support.
Also 2, takes it back to the 16, brings up a 3rd and 12. Liberty was 60 yards rushing, 47 yards in the air.
There's the slot thing, Gary. Now watch the slot man. Wide goes under, slot goes long.
That's a little bit of a floater out there. It's a good catch, but it's going to be shy of a 1st down. Spang catches the football at the 25-yard line. He'll get 9 yards on the catch. Van Syak on the coverage, but Liberty's going to have to punt it away.
It's going to be good field position for the Trojans.
It's a low punt, another one that's kind of easy to return, but nobody gets to it. It'll be whistled dead at the 43-yard line. A 31-yard punt for Liberty. Parkland will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 43.
1st and 10 Parkland from their own 43.
You pointed out something that Richie Snizak has really stressed, how lackadaisical it appears that the Trojans are getting out of the box. And of course now with a 2-score edge for Liberty, he's hoping it just doesn't last in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
And boy, that clock just keeps going down quickly. Van Syak, good run, probably the best of the night for Parkland. Looks like he got the 10 yards he needed for the 1st down. Into Liberty territory, depends where they mark it. They put it inside the 48. We may have our first measurement of the night. We will. That was Van Syak's 7th carry of the evening for 27 yards. It looks like it's a 1st down, Dick, by about the point of the football. This would be Parkland's 4th first down. They've already doubled their first downs in the first half. Did he get it? Well, he didn't get it.
Get out the credit card.
So we can only give him a 9-yard gain.
Is that call you like, Gary? Second and extremely short.
If I was Parkland right here, I'd throw the bomb. Go deep is right.
You know, what we haven't seen yet is a play that was so effective against Liberty when Parkland beat them last year. That's that little ISO to Joseph.
Although Liberty has played it well, they've tried to get that ball to Joseph. They haven't been able to do it. Will they just try to get the first down? Oh, I like the call. Back to throw, and a good job by Brian Brown, Dick, to get rid of that football. Liberty's not too happy because they don't see a white shirt over there. They want intentional grounding.
Let's check this pressure on the quarterback out there. There's your up man. Liberty coming. They smell it too. Just got rid of it.
Dick, Jason Bond has been unstoppable tonight. He is absolutely destroying the Parkland offense.
I like that new position. I like him at defensive end. Get up that head of steam.
They can't stop him. He's too quick. 3rd and inches. First down. Ball carrier is Conti. Conti has the first down inside the 45. Down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 3. First down, number 4. That's why that grounding by Brown was so big. Joseph out wide to the left side. He's been kind of quiet tonight. 4th play of this drive. Van Syak. He goes down at about the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 4. 2nd and 6.
So far, we've got Liberty has gotten by without having to call the linebackers and secondaries names as much. The D'Amicos, the Lopez, because the job done up front has been excellent containing the running game. Now Van Syak breaking it up just a little bit.
Real good defensive game plan tonight by Dick Ortwine. It has caused Parkland problems, as evidenced by the goose egg on the board. This is a team that has not scored less than 21 points in a game.
Jam the end, jam the end!
Back over the middle. It's got a man. It's caught. Going down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 yards. I believe is Fluso. This time it's 83 Petrie who makes the catch.
But again, they've gone to their tight end. Gary, now they're utilizing him quite a bit over the middle. They're pounding tackle to tackle now. Try to set up Joseph on the end around before the reverse. Didn't work. Let's see what they stick with.
First down, number 5 from the 30. We have a whistle. Referee Jim Kimmel calls a timeout. We've got an equipment problem. We don't have any equipment problems, but we're going to call a timeout too. 10-0 is the score. Liberty on top. Parkland driving.
Getting in an accident is a terrible situation for anybody, but Supreme's made the best of it. As soon as I got to Supreme, called them, got my car towed there. Within a short period of time, I had a rental car and I was out the door. I didn't have any hassle with my insurance company because they had a great relationship with Supreme. I sure don't like to get into an accident, but I can't have downtime, and Supreme Auto Body helped me get right out the door, fix my car to my complete satisfaction, so I'd recommend them to anybody.
Supreme Auto Body, celebrating 60 years of excellence.
Wow, what a fight!
Is this cable? Yeah, it's pay-per-view. Man, it's just like being there.
Better. Remember those lousy seats that Scalper sold us?
So pay-per-view's boxing? It's more.
Wrestling!
Yeah, concerts and movies, too. And it's really easy to order. Expensive? No, Joe, not even for you. I can't believe I never tried this.
So, next time it's at your place.
Sure, but what's wrong with coming here? Hey, who ordered a pizza with pepperoni, mushrooms, and extra mice?
Pay-per-view it. The best way to do it.
You were watching the Lehigh Valley's company of choice, Twin County Cable 4.
Twin County Cable, a world of choice. Twin County Cable, a world of choice.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 Parkland from the 30-yard line. Conte on a bit of a draw play down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. He'll get 6 yards, 2nd and 4. So Parkland mixing things up now, and it's affecting the Hurricane a little bit.
Yeah, actually, they've gone to 3 dimensions now in the last 2 possessions, Gary. Tight end, Van Syak, of course, and now he's utilizing Condi. Again, they can't shoot themselves in the foot. They did on the interception last time.
Dotson out to the left. Joseph out to the right. And Syak trying to find a hole, and Liberty just hanging on so he can't bounce down off that line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Jason Bond. Notice that they flip-flop Bond. They put him on the right side, left side, so you can't run away from him. You're not quite sure where he's going to be.
Well, he's so good at taking on lead blockers on that head of steam, Gary. They'll put him strong side an awful lot. Big play, Parkland here, 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play.
Motion.
And Syak in motion. They will throw the ball to him. Looking, man wide open. Dotson touchdown. Beautiful call. They fake the ball to Conti. And Dotson just cleared the secondary for a 24-yard touchdown pass.
Boy, open that much, Gary, and he was 2nd choice. I'll tell you, that motion on Van Syak helped a lot. That really softens up the defense. That spreads it all over. Now, there's his first receiver on the right. Wasn't there. Oh, heavens. Dotson wide open.
So Brown to Clint Dotson for 28 yards with 9 seconds on the clock, 3rd period. Frassinelli is in to kick the extra point. It's up. It's high enough. It's good. It's 10-7. And Dick, let's look one more time from a different angle at the touchdown.
The whole sequence. The dive fake. Now watch Van Syak. Boy, you're telling me that doesn't make a defense conscious? There's the pump fake. Goes to the other side.
I'm not sure whether it was the fake to Conti or the fake over the middle to somebody else before he looked to Dotson. But with all of that, we've got ourselves a game. It's 10-7, Liberty. 9 seconds to go, 3rd period. Stay with us.
Let's go get Yaakov. You know it's always been the best. Let's go get Yaakov. For quality that beats the rest. They got cheesesteaks, French fries. The famous Yaakov hot dog is known worldwide. Let's go get Yaakov. The secret sauce is one of a kind.
Yaakov's, an Allentown tradition.
Do you get the new TV Host monthly?
I do now. It's the only TV magazine that uncomplicates cable viewing.
Are you kidding? We don't watch cable TV without our TV Host.
I can finally figure out what's on cable.
It's my TV companion. A whole month of cable information right here.
And it's so inexpensive.
It's just pennies a day.
I love it. Well, how can I get it? You call this number right now.
No other TV magazine compares to TV Host. It's the best.
Recap the scoring for you. Liberty got on the board first in the 2nd period with 9:16 to go. They traveled 39 yards in 7 plays. Rzuski with a 28-yard field goal. Next time they got it back on a fumble recovered by Drew Woodward, they only had to go 19 yards and a 3-yard pass play from Schwader to Nick D'Amico. Rzuski the extra point. That's the way it stood at halftime. Parkland just came back with an 8-play drive that covered 57 yards. Ryan Brown, the Clint Dotson 24-yard touchdown pass. Frassinelli with the extra point, and that made it 10-7. 3 seconds to go on the clock. Liberty will have the football. 1st and 10 on their 29-yard line, and we will not get a playoff here as the 3rd quarter comes to a close, and we have not decided this one. 10-7, Liberty. Hurricane has the ball when we come back.
You have talked to us, and we at Twin County have listened. Twin County Cable is instituting innovations to serve you better. Our first enhancement will occur in September. A close look at your new bill will reveal that Twin County will be providing a user-friendly, informative document, easier to open, easier to read and understand, and easier to return. And more changes to benefit our customers are coming soon. Watch Twin County Cable Channel 4 for more information. At Twin County, we listen to you.
Welcome back. Next weekend, 9:30, this weekend football. Dick Tracy, Bob Garris will be there along with Jeff Mueller to recap last week, or what is now this week's football games, and a look ahead at the weekend of football. Northern Lehigh Bangor next Friday night at 10 o'clock. Two teams that are undefeated, and all people are talking about is that offensive line of Northern Lehigh.
And they double up on the other side of the ball, too, in defense.
It'll be the quickness of Bangor against the bulk of Northern Lehigh. We'll be up at Bangor Park.
Wily veteran Paul Farnham, Gary. I love to see him coach. He's a model coach.
From the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 Liberty. And all of a sudden, the momentum has been taken away from them a little bit. Capsalis has it. He's hog-tied and put down by Kevin Petrie. And there's a loss of a yard on the play.
You're still waiting for Liberty to come up with something innovative off this sequence, Gary. Because I'm sure the Parkland kids are reading Capsalis 1, Capsalis 2, outside 3.
Well, they did get a first down on a fake punt, but they had ineligible receiver downfield, so that one was taken away from them. From the 28, 2nd and 11. Schwader. Oh, he threw a bit of a duck. And Dotson almost had a shot at the quail. Here you get a look at Dick Ortwine.
Now they're trying to avoid this 1, 2, 3 and out situation. If you're playing it safe, it's draw time. If you want more points on the board, that's a lot of time up there, 11-22. You know, then you go for something bigger.
Parkland only plays with 4 guys up front because they're so big. Cutzel goes 250. That ball is knocked down. As coming in to hit it was Fluso.
Fluso's played well, very well.
John Search at 212. The defensive ends are Petrie at 205, Fluso at 212, as we said. The Liberty will punt it away.
Richie had said his defense has been his most pleasant part of the season so far.
It's a low punt that will go out of bounds and not be returned at the 40-yard line. It's a 31-yarder.
Field position again, Gary.
Parkland will have it at their own 40. 1st and 10, they're down by 3. Liberty had one 11-play drive. Except for that, and Parkland's 8-play drive to score, there has not been a drive over 7 plays. The defenses have really played well. Van Syak gets the ball up to about the 45. We'll call it the 44 and give a gain of 4.
Even though Parkland plays 8 juniors defensively, this is still a veteran team, Gary. You have 7 offensive starters back. So really, it's next year's team.
Yeah, the pre-season hype about this ball club was they're a year away. Well, they did mark the ball on the 45, so it's 2nd and 5. Conti, 1st down and more. Conti's inside the 40. Down to the 36-yard line on the draw play. A gain of 19 yards.
And I believe that was Dotson with an excellent block. He just screened off 2 defenders.
1st down, number 7.
Here we get a shot at Dotson. Boy, he took that guy out 5 yards, Gary. Not forcibly, just got in his way.
And Dick Ortwine wants to try to stop the Parkland Trojans right now. He calls timeout as they're down to the 36-yard line. And another superb call. And it went for big yardage on the draw play to Conti. 6'1", 190-pound junior. Most of the night he spends blocking for Van Syak. Dick, we talked about the size of that Parkland Trojan offensive line. Let's run down those players for you. Bob Steckel at center, 6'1", 230 pounds. The right guard is Randy Hayes, number 75, 5'11", 230 pounds. The left guard is Barry Doble, number 63, 6'2", 212 pounds. The right tackle, Mike Slifka, 61 is his number, 6 foot, 222 pounds. The left tackle, George Folsom, number 78, 6'4", 290 pounds.
Richie Stizak has said time and time again the off-season job that his people are doing. Really, really working.
I said to Richie, where is the program right now? How do you estimate its success? He said, we're just starting to work those lower grades. He says, now we want to get that feeder program so we can be competitive every year. Van Syak, good hole. He's inside the 30. Van Syak's down to about the 33-yard line, or 27-yard line, make it. He'll pick up 8 or 9.
Dad, I'm glad you credited that offensive line, Gary, because they're the ones who are really putting the points on the board. They're opening up front.
This is not unusual either. Parkland has done this all year, played a great second half. From the 27, 2nd and 2. Van Syak, first down. Down to the 23-yard line, a gain of 4. Let's look at the play right before that. You'll see this good hole opened up.
That's good blocking. And I think Liberty knows just where it's coming to. This reminds me of that night Bob Stanton just kept running and running. Gregoric.
Against Easton.
Yep. And it was the game winner.
Clock ticking down. Van Syak. This time he only gets a yard. Good defensive pursuit that time by Liberty. You see D'Amico in there along with 65 Jason Dunbar. Give him 2, 2nd and 8.
D'Amico with a tackle.
During Liberty now, Gary, it wouldn't be a bad idea to let a guy like Bond just key on Van Syak once, you know, just run right at him or something.
Uh-oh. First penalty of the second half. And Parkland had a bunch in the first half, 40 yards worth. This will be their 4th now for 45 yards. And does that force them now to put the ball in the air? Back to the 26-yard line. They have to get to the 13. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Dick Ortwine says, watch the pass. See if they throw underneath to Joseph. It's a screen. It's Van Syak, and it's overthrown. And he had one man to beat.
Yeah, there's some room there.
Alex Lopez was the only guy out there. Not to say that he would have beaten Alex. He may not have.
That was a great call. Liberty pumped up by the penalty. Front four is going to come really roaring at you.
Don't think we're in Frassinelli range yet. We'd be back at it'd be about a 43-yard field goal.
Oh, no backs, Gary.
I think it's a pass. Underneath, it's Van Syak. He's got it. And he falls down at the 16-yard line. He'll be 3 yards shy of a first down. Gain of 10. Now are we in Frassinelli territory?
Looking for him.
He's in there because he's got the red stockings on. Not too hard to pick out. This will be a 33-yard field goal and try to knot this game up at 10-10. Brzezinski had a 28-yarder for Liberty. Now they'll try a 33-yarder. Brown is the holder. It's up. It's long enough. It is good. We're tied at 10-10. 7:49 on the clock.
Right down the center.
Phil Frassinelli knocks the ball game up at 10 apiece. Stay with us.
Well, we're dead even once again. Now it's starting all over. No, we didn't need overtime either, do we, Gary?
I want to see overtime.
Yeah.
We haven't enjoyed that yet. 7:49 on the clock. The drive, 60 yards. And the final 33 on a Frassinelli field goal.
This was a barn burner last year, 29-22 Trojans.
Big pat in the back to these two defensive units, though, tonight. Everybody came in talking about the offenses. Yep. Both of us did. Defenses have come to play. Frassinelli will kick off. Deep to receive for Liberty is James Brown. Spang and Acevedo are his bookends. Only this time it comes to Brown at the 11-yard line. He shakes off a couple of tacklers. Good run, hard run, up to the 35. 1st and 10 Liberty. Good, hard-hitting, clean football game tonight. And let's take another look at the run back.
Real nice run back, Gary. Initial blocking on the first line, and then he does a lot by himself.
Well, now we were promised the run back. Here it is. We isolate on Mr. Brown.
Pretty good job.
And while you were away, Capsalis carries the football, and he picks up 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5. Capsalis, we have unofficially, Dick, 18 carries for 62 yards.
Well, that too is a credit to the defense. Van Syak's numbers low, and actually Capsalis low for 18 carries.
And Syak 13 carries for 49 yards. Clock 6:45. It's now important. Capsalis outside. He's going to get the first down. Falls forward. Gets up to the 48-yard line. As Capsalis will pick up 8.
Boy, if Liberty continues this drive, Gary, 2 running plays over 10 yards, the clock's going to be on their side.
Liberty first down number 9. And we'll give Capsalis 9 yards as they mark the ball on the 49-yard line. You get a look at Andy Rzuski. Back to throw. Schwader out pattern to Spang. He has it. Sidesteps the first tackler. Then is brought down by Ott, but not before he gets to the 41-yard line. And that's very close to another first down.
That's good call, first down situation.
It is a first down. 8 for 16 now. Liberty passing for 66 yards. First down number 10.
Completion, of course, keeps the clock running. So in that last picture, the most important man might have been Rzuski, but the clock was pretty important too.
5:55 to go. Capsalis runs right up the back of Dom Haberstump. Pushes him forward, and then he goes forward. Up to the 37-yard line. Gain of 4.
Capsalis, of course, 100 meters man. 3rd in the area. He's showing more to power stuff now.
Impressive drive by Liberty, Dick.
Very good
all
drive.
The momentum was Parkland's in the second half. And Liberty, after that good run back by James Brown, they have kept it on the ground. They have thrown the ball when they had to. Good coverage. Nobody was quite sure where the ball was, especially Joseph.
Schwader took a little hit, Gary, and might have thrown it off. He had him, just throws the ball longer, couldn't get it to him.
Joseph simply kept his body between the ball and the receiver. Play comes in from Madera. 3rd and 6. Knowing Dick Ortwine, we're certainly in 4-down territory here, I would think.
Yeah, and Rzuski would try a 50-yarder too, believe me.
Capsalis will get to the 35, so they're going to be shy of a first down by 4 yards. Leading the rush that time for Parkland was Doble. Is Rzuski coming in? You're right, Dick. This will be a 52-yard field goal attempt.
Parkland says no, it won't. Now, they've gone on a fake field goal before, Gary. Well, we're not going to see it here. Well, maybe from this formation. Parkland can't believe it.
Schwader is holding. Parkland wants a timeout. They want to make Rzuski think about it.
Maybe did him a favor.
4:34 on the clock. It's a 52-yard field goal attempt. And as Dick said, Dick Ortwine certainly capable of faking. But I think he's going to go for it. I think he has a lot of confidence.
I believe you're right.
In Andy Rzuski. I think they changed their mind.
I believe they're going to go for something with 4th and 5 written on it.
There's a slight breeze blowing against the Hurricane. In fact, if we get a shot of the American flag down to our right, you'll see that breeze. I still don't think they've decided what they want to do. Yeah, Rzuski's going back out. You saw the breeze. It's not much.
And he's coming back out with the D.
4th and 4, they're going to go for it.
Now we're going to find out who that timeout is good for.
Would they have kicked it if they wouldn't have called the timeout? Parkland would not have called the timeout. Would Liberty have kicked? Big play. Oh, they got the offside.
He got him.
Richie Snizak said it was Spang on this side. But I don't think that the guy on this side.
What does the man in black and white say?
Offside.
There we go.
5th penalty, 50 yards. First down, number 11 for Liberty. All right, we're going to try to show it to you again. Well, watch Spang at the, well, maybe we won't get that shot. At the top of your screen, Rich Snizak says Spang moves first. He doesn't. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Was it the guard? I think it may have been the guard, Gary.
From the 30. 1st and 10. Capsalis, big hole.
Oh, it was a hole.
Stays on his feet, spins down to the 17-yard line. Capsalis with a gain of 13 yards.
Here's the penalty coming up again.
Capsalis getting close to that 100-yard mark. He's got 90. Let's watch that offsides call again.
Look at Liberty interior. Well, after the play.
All right, we'll show it to you right after this play. Doesn't matter anymore because they got the penalty called for them. Capsalis. This time he's hemmed in, and big Jason Kutzel makes the tackle. Watch the right guard for Liberty. Does he move first? No, he doesn't. He does not. He does not. That's encroachment. 5-yard penalty against Parkland is certainly the right call. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 from the 15. Dick, you can feel the tenseness in the air here. I think Sniz would have rather seen the field goal attempt now. Capsalis again inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line. Tackled on the play by Fluso, I believe.
You know, Gary, the pendulum has swung totally around now, and so many kids are going both ways. And here, late in the game, it seems like the defense is getting a little winded. But since we had this last surge, both sides are up again.
From the 13, 3rd and 6, they're certainly in Rzuski territory now.
Yeah, this has to be a tackle-to-tackle run. They're right smack in the center of the field. Yeah, I'm right again.
Yeah, a little fade pattern, Spang, touchdown! Oh my, what a catch! What a throw!
Boy, I called that one right on the button, didn't I?
Wow, 13-yard touchdown pass.
I want to see it again for one reason. Gary, it almost looks as if Joseph has the interception. No, Spang all the way.
That's a great throw. Parkland has 2:47 to work with on the clock. There you
There's
get
the
a look
architect.
at Dick Ortwine. Boy, there was a lot of high-fiving among the coaching staff for Liberty after that call. Down, kick, up. It is good. 2:47 to go in the ball game. Liberty 17. Parkland 10, but Parkland, Dick, 2:47 to work with.
2:47 to work with. You're right. Well, that should hype your special team.
Well, this is
get the coverage now.
This is where the coaches say you find out what you're made of. 65-yard drive. That was pretty. 10 plays. Final 13. Jack Schwader to Joe Spang. A big offsides against Parkland on a 4th and 4. Liberty got that momentum back.
You better get a volunteer in there quick. That's it.
Yeah, who was it? Poor Nick Capsalis. Guy's only run the ball 22 times tonight for 94 yards, and he thinks he's going to get a little rest, and he's sent back in on kickoffs.
Well, this is more up his line. This is straight meter running.
Sean Forte will kick off to Doug Joseph or Matt Thomas. A couple of speedsters. It's low. It'll be picked. No, it won't.
Ooh,
Thomas goes down at the 8-yard line. Parkland has to go 92 yards in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. We know Parkland used the critical timeout on the field goal ploy, I guess the best word. The ball's on the 9, so they have, we think, 2 left. Liberty has used 1 when they were on defense. The Trojan team has all the weapons, however. Don't start using the remote control. It's Brown. He's got a man open. Dotson was falling down. Otherwise, I think he catches the ball.
When the clock gets really, really critical, Gary, you got to go to Joseph, especially if it's one-on-one situation. This time to Dodson on the other side.
Brown's got a little bit of juice in that arm.
Yes, yeah, he pumped that one.
That was coming right at our cameraman, who did not make the catch, by the way. In motion, Connie. Back to throw, underneath again. And we're going to get a face mask, I think, Dick. That was the Joseph coming across the middle, and I think they're going to tack a face mask on besides. The gain up to the 18-yard line is a gain of 9 yards. Face mask will add 15 to that.
That wasn't their wide receiver middle screen, but it was a variation thereof.
That's the first penalty of the second half against Liberty. 4 penalties for 45 yards. And this moves the ball up to the 33-yard line. Clock running, 2:08. Parkland has to start thinking about hurrying things up. Good protection, real good protection. Down to Van Syak, what a catch. Perfect throw. Van Syak could go. 10, 5, oh my, touchdown, Ira. Van Syak. 67 yards. 67 yards.
I think it's a little circle route out of the backfield, Gary. Boy, how he keeps his balance, he evades tacklers and stays in bounds.
Wow.
Timeout, Parkland.
What a play. 67 yards. Perfect pass, Ryan Brown. Ira Van Syak for the touchdown.
Well, we'll watch the play, Gary. And while we're doing, let's think of the timeout. Is that a 2 or 1? With the overtime situation, you think you go for 1. Boy, that's a nice play, Van Syak.
Boy, how does he stay in bounds? But he did. 1 minute, 48 seconds left in regulation. What do you do here, Dick? You just tie it up?
I really would and play for the overtime. I'm going to get 10 tries.
Dick,
got to get the tie before you get the win, Gary.
Very often, well, it doesn't happen very often, but tonight's one of those nights where you just hate to see anybody lose a game.
Yeah, it's been that close. And it's been up and down, and the offense have risen when most necessary. Parkland to tie it in the second half, Liberty to take advantage in the on the turnovers the first half, then Liberty to come back after they just 10 points scored against them, and here comes Parkland roaring with under 3 minutes in
How about a 91-yard drive in 3 plays? And if they tie it up, we'll talk about overtime. So a little bit of pressure on the 6-foot, 162-pound senior Phil Frassinelli. Ryan Brown will hold.
Frassinelli will attempt the extra point.
It's pretty big. Down. It's up. It looks good from here. Hey, we're knotted with 1:48 to go at 17. And let's just talk about overtime. Overtime, you get the ball on the 10-yard line after a flip of the coin, and whoever wins the flip has choice, and that's important because you've got to decide if you want to try to score first or you want to play defense first. Dick?
Coin toss winner has 2 options, one to go on offense or defense first, or which end of the field to be used. There's only 1 coin toss in overtime. If additional periods are needed, the loser of the overtime coin toss now has the first 2 options above. I would like to see it, I really would.
We haven't had any yet this year. There have been a few around the valley.
It sure has taken that 2-point stuff out of the game, has it not?
Easton beat Cumberland Valley on a quick look-in pattern after being down by 3. Cumberland Valley kicked a field goal.
Stroudsburg loses its only game in overtime?
That's correct, as they lost it on a, was it a field goal or
no, touchdown 26-20.
Yeah. All right, Frassinelli will kick it off. James Brown got a lot of good things happening for Liberty on the last return, and they'll kick it away from him. Picked up at the 13-yard line by Jose Acevedo. He's gang tackled at about the 23. 1st and 10 Liberty with 1:41 to go, and I think Liberty has 2 timeouts.
Great kick by Frassinelli. And then excellent coverage.
Put it on the 24. Last week against Whitehall, Liberty had great clock management in the final 2 minutes of the first half. We'll keep that clock up there for you because it's critical. Cap Salas. Now you have to wonder, are they playing for the tie? Are they willing to take it down to overtime?
Well, they're just too deep now, Gary, to turn it over. Especially the way Parkland moved in that 3-play drive last time. Almost the length of the field.
Gain of 4. 2nd and 6. From the 28. Schwader back. Looking. It's in the air. It's anybody's ball. Parkland has it. Joseph with the interception. Intended for Spang.
Little too much loft that time, Gary.
Dick, I believe that's Liberty's first turnover of the game. You'll see it right here. Joseph stayed with it.
The loft took away from the distance. Doug Joseph measured that one well.
Parkland with 45 seconds to work with. Penalty flag is down. Ball's on the 48-yard line. Boy, this has been a viewer's delight tonight. We hope you've been with us from the beginning. 5-yard penalty against the Trojans.
I think the Liberty coaching staff tell them, let's get a little prevent defense now.
Of course, they've got to be a little careful here.
Or they might run the fly with Joseph, Gary.
I think they may just try to get Frassinelli a shot. Underneath, they've got a man open. He's got the football to the 40. Clint Dotson down to the 35-yard line, a gain of 16 yards.
Let's see, 35. Well, you're talking, 52 yards there. Staying over the middle. Big receiver, 6'4", Dodson. And runs with it after the catch.
Dick, I think they have one more timeout. I think. The ball's on the 35. First down, number 11. 164 yards in the air for Parkland. Oh, this is going to be a heartbreaking defeat for somebody tonight.
I believe that's their last time on there. Timeout on the Liberty. Set up for 50. Timeout on the 2-point, 1-point.
You got
it. Go for it or not? This could be it.
This is it. So they're going to have to throw something that will stop the clock.
Got to get something out of bounds. Because I do think they would go to Frassinelli. Right now, they might not in this play, but from this territory on.
Dick, you would think they need about 15 more yards to have a legitimate shot. The wind will be behind Frassinelli as much as there is. Boy, it's been a good football game. Next week, we hope to have 2 more good ones. Northern Lehigh will travel to the Slate Belt region, take on the undefeated Bangor Slayers. Northern Lehigh also undefeated. All right, from the 35, back to throw, looking. That's in the air, it's intercepted, no, it's dropped. Almost a great play, terrific play by D'Amico anyway, but he almost came up with the interception.
Does he have room to run?
Dick, you've got to be impressed with the Parkland offensive line here protecting Brown, because they had problems doing that earlier. Oh, Nick D'Amico had some running room. 2nd and 10. They need about 15 yards, one would think, for Frassinelli to get a pretty good shot at it.
Dotson Joseph, slot left.
They've got to catch it and get out of bounds.
That's what Liberty
Oh, that's it. That should do it. They cannot stop the clock. Taking the final hit was Dom Lombardo. There's a loss on the play of 8 yards. Good job. No, that's it. Clock has run out. We are going to run out for just a bit. We'll be back with overtime in just a moment.
When we started QVC, the idea of televised shopping was new, and we wanted to do a few things differently. Most companies sell information about their customers to other companies.
Hello, John Hunter. Hello, Mr. Hunter. We're very interested in getting hold of this list.
No, we just don't sell our names.
This is a great opportunity for you.
We don't rent or sell our customers' names.
Mr. Hunter.
I'm sorry, that's confidential.
Please, Mr. Hunter.
No, sure, we get badgered a little, but at least they won't be bothering you.
Mr. Hunter, this is really...
So, your name's Annie, right?
Yeah.
And you said you smoke pot about twice a month, is that?
Yeah, about
Well, when did you start?
7th grade,
And now you're in
8th grade.
8th grade. You notice any drop in your marks since 7th grade?
Yeah, but it wasn't the pot, if that's what you're trying to say.
Well, what do you think it was then?
I don't know. I just got bored.
Bored of school?
Yeah.
You were watching the Lehigh Valley's company of choice, Twin County Cable 4.
We're back, and Richard, a little history for us. We had one overtime game in our career.
Yeah.
That down at Easton, Pocono Mountain Easton for a district championship. Pocono Mountain won that ball game. This is our 2nd overtime ever, our first regular season overtime football game. And it certainly is an interesting situation. You flip the coin, and we'll be out there with Jim Kimmel when he flips that coin. The winner he has 3 choices. You can take the ball, you can play defense, or you can defer. The ball will be placed on the 10-yard line then, depending on the other choice, which is which end of the field do you want to defend.
That's really the 3rd choice, Gary. That the deferral really won't exist because you're saying O or D. You know what I mean? Or going to the field to defend. Interesting to me what the winner's going to say. I bet they say defense.
It looks like that's the strategy. We have talked to some coaches about this situation, and almost to a coach, they have said they would go to the defensive side of the football. All right, we're going to try to listen in to Jim Kimmel. He'll give the instructions. Parkland won the toss, and they're playing defense.
You got it. Chose to go on D.
So Liberty,
what your opponent says.
Liberty chooses the left end of the field. So it's 1st and 10 from the 10, and you get 4 plays to figure out a way to put some points on the board. Then your opponent gets 4 plays from the 10 to figure out a way to tie you or beat you.
And there is no maximum number. You just keep going.
Right. You're keeping track of some individuals tonight. Nick Capsalis, who we said averaging 140 a game, he needs 2 more yards to go over the 100-yard mark, and I would think he'll touch the ball at least once in this sequence. Van Syak, 13 carries, 49 yards.
Now you know they got Rzuski. That's a gimme. On one of the 4 downs, well, probably the last time. Certainly they'll go for the score first.
Do you see anybody having an advantage here?
The defense, simply because you know what you have to do.
I meant which team? Any team?
Even Steven. There's no advantage in the kicker. That's dead even.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks have showed just about even. Boy,
they both run well. They both throw well.
I think the guy sitting in the on-deck circle has the advantage.
So Liberty has it from the 10. 1st and 10. Capsalis. And he'll get stopped at the 10. Good defensive play. Coming up to make the hit was number 49, I believe, Jason Rabinold.
Capsalis.
No gain.
Stop for no gain by
So Capsalis does not get the 100 yards on that carry.
Liberty AD Joe Craig said to me right before the game, Gary, he said, you know, this is as even as can be.
Dick, they like the fade pattern as Capsalis comes to the sideline. Acevedo is in the backfield. And let's see if that means something. There's the fade. And it's out over the outstretched hands of Woodward. So it's 3rd and 10.
Pass intended for Woodward.
It's funny, Parkland, except for the touchdown that passed to Van Syak, has been going over the middle so much. Whereas Liberty has been going, you know, to the outside on just about everything they've thrown.
We will crown a winner here. And we'll just keep doing this until we get a winner.
They should call this over and over and overtime.
Liberty has not got a yard yet. Got a yard, and it's knocked loose. Good defensive play by Clint Dotson. That ball was in the hands of Jason Gutai, and Dotson simply surgically removed it.
Had a stretch to get it. When he did, he just threw all his body at him and jarred it loose.
So Rzuski will try to put 3 on the board, and Dick, they'll count on the Liberty defense.
Now, Gary, one thing we do want to add before the Rzuski attempt. Now, if there is no score in the first overtime, now the loser of the coin toss has the option, and vice versa.
Rzuski will try a 27-yarder. He's already made 1 tonight from 28 yards. Down, up, it's wide. It's wide to the right side. Now, Dick, interesting situation. Do you kick it right away?
I'm sitting up here, I say yes. You're going to get it in the middle of the field.
Remember, you can turn it over in overtime.
Which is why you'd want to kick it on the first play. I really do think I would, Gary.
They are. He's in there.
I got
Phil Frassinelli is in there.
You know, I got the guy who just tied it, you know, with his foot.
We'll stay right here. Frassinelli will attempt to do what Andy Rzuski just could not do.
You understand? They can still pay. Listen, I'm still keeping outside people coverage. You don't want to give them a freebie. You got to take the outside people. We're going to go with you, Spang, and you, Acevedo. You got to come hard. You're coming to the seam. You're coming to the outside. Lay your body out and go on this, right?
Dick, as we're listening in here, you might want to run a fake on the first down because they're only going to be firing at you.
Well, they are. He just said, you want Acevedo and Spang both coming. You know, on the.
Hey, Nick, you hear that? You've got to get on the ball. Who are the people on the outside? Everybody is. On the right side, that's okay.
Parkland's ready. It's a live ball on any turnover.
Score is a score, Gary. Whether you go the other way with a block or not.
I believe it's a live
score
ball.
Score is a score, yeah. It's any score.
Frassinelli has a field goal tonight of 33 yards. 27-yarder. It's up. It looks good from here. It is. Parkland wins the football game 20-17. A heartbreaking defeat for the Liberty Hurricane. Dick, we saw two well-coached teams, two teams that played their hearts out tonight. And this year, somebody has to come away a winner.
Yep, because of the overtime situation.
And that's a great scene right there. Richie Snizak and Dick Ortwine.
It was a great game, Gary. It really was. And you know what? I still think it's pretty even, too. I know there's one ahead on the score, but that was an awful even game.
Now you know why you choose defense when you win the toss, because you have the last say. And when Liberty got nothing out of their 4 plays, Parkland wasted no time. This is how they won it. It's down. Give credit to Ryan Brown, the holder. Credit to Frassinelli. He boomed it right up, right through, and true. And Parkland wins this game tonight 20-17. And remember a couple of dates. Next Saturday night, Liberty will take on Central. And I'll tell you, this is a good Liberty Hurricane team. And if they can rebound from this devastating loss, that should be a good football game. And then remember October 20th, because Parkland will travel to J. Bernie Crum to take on Central on that night. And we'll have that one for you, too. Dick, our first regular season overtime, it was a good football game.
Excellent football game. Dead even, Gary. You saw both quarterbacks play well, showed their headiness. You show the primetime backs, Capsalis and Van Syak, show what they were made of. Van Syak, the big play, you know, when it counted most under the 2-minute mark. Good line play. I just thought it was a great game all around. Parkland, the typical second half. First 5-0 start since 1975.
All right, fine game. Good job by the crew. We hope you have enjoyed our broadcast tonight. We thank you, as always, for spending some time with us, and I don't think we disappointed you this evening. And we've got a couple of undefeated teams next Friday night, Bangor, Northern Lehigh, and Saturday, as we just mentioned, Liberty taking on Central Catholic. Can anybody stop that Central Catholic juggernaut? We will we'll be able to see. So, my thanks to Scott Spielman, our director, the crew for a terrific job, Dick Tracy, who always just simply carries me through the ball game, and my thanks to you for watching. So for everybody here at Cable 4 Sports, I am Gary Laubach, and we'll see you next time on Twin County Cable 4.
Tonight's Parkland Liberty game will be replayed this Tuesday, October 3rd at 8:30 p.m. Thank you for watching Twin County Cable 4. Proud to be your choice for the finest in community programming. Join us again next time for these programs presented on Cable 4.
Twin County Cable, a world of choice. Twin County Cable, a world of choice.
We want to hear from you. Write us at Twin County Cable, 5508 Norbath Boulevard, Northampton, 18067. Or you can call us during regular business hours at 261-5060. And now please stay tuned for the Community Bulletin Board next on Cable 4.